Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So before I was ready for the video, I shuffled some cards to find out the collective energies, and three cards came out. So I was trying to find what is happening, what is the guidance that people need for now. So I pulled out three cards for three groups, and I have not seen them. So you have to pick between 1, 2 and 3. Okay, as usual you can pick one or more than one as you like, and also keep in mind this is a general reading. Some messages may apply, some messages may not, so keep the message which resonates with you. Okay, and do not stress yourself while selecting the group. So let's get started with group number 1. Hello group 1, so let's see what is your message. How are you feeling? Alright, so the card says work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So a lot of fear is surrounding you, as the card literally means right now. Maybe there is a fear of unknown, maybe some past fears are coming in your mind because of the situations that you have faced in the past, and these are surfacing right now. And because Cancer season is about to start, so maybe emotionally some of you might feel very heavy right now, that you might think that from where all these emotions are coming, why this sudden heaviness in my heart. So maybe you are breaking your barriers when it comes to your emotions, because sometimes when we create a boundary or create a wall regarding our emotions, we obstruct the flow of emotions. And emotional energy is all about the flow, just like water. And if you try to stop water, if you make it keep it inside yourself, just like a water contained in a glass, if you keep it for long, then it becomes stagnant, and it kinds of start building up all that rotten smell. I mean, the water has no significance. I mean, the water is no more capable of drinking, right? So you need to let your emotions flow, you need to let it go. There is some fear, there is something that you need to let go. Okay, so since this is the Scorpio energy, so Scorpio is the sign of rebirth, and in tarot it represents the card death, which is endings which are necessary to begin a new version of yourself. Some endings are necessary in life because these events, these emotions, these situations does not serve you anymore. And as humans, we have our comfort zones, and we think that holding on to these comfort zones is good for us, but universe has another plans for us. Universe doesn't work the way we think. There is entirely different plan which is laid out for you guys. So universe is asking you to work through your fears, because there is a brand new beginning which is coming, which I personally feel as I see this card. So with this card, as I was saying, that this is a Scorpio energy, you might feel a little bit of obsessive when it comes to your thinking patterns. You might be repeating the same thought again and again, over and over. So there is this need for you to let go of all these obsessive thoughts. Maybe there is something that you are holding, there is some emotion that you're still holding on, to within yourself, because Scorpio runs very deep. This Scorpio energy is very deep, it's very emotional, it's a fixed water sign. Okay, and water represents emotion, so you can understand now the depth of these emotions that we as humans have inside us. So this runs very deep. So if you have sun, moon or rising sign in the sign of the Scorpio, then you might feel that this Cancer season might affect you personally, because there might be some awakenings when it comes to your emotions. You might also feel why you acted in a way, the way you acted in the past, and you might feel that you need to let go of certain things, maybe some barriers that you have when it comes to letting go of the emotions. Maybe you are not that much expressive. Maybe you need maybe you think that your beliefs are so strong that you will stick on to them, but won't say anything which is in your brain, which is in your mind, because you stick by those rules. But now these are not serving you. You need to upgrade them. You need to shift your perspective right now. Okay, so this new moon will bring a little bit of energy change for you, and I might say it as an understatement that it is a little bit, but emotionally everybody feels this, that it is a heavy change which is coming, because it's like before the rainbow there comes the gray clouds, and then the rain falls, and all the thunderstorm, with all the thunderstorms and everything. But when the sun comes up and the rainbow comes up, that's when that will be a moment that you'll find out, yes, if I let go, if I release all these emotions, there is a sunshine that is about to come into my life. Okay, so if you think about that sunshine moment, okay, then you'll be able to understand this and you'll be able to deal with it. But if you will think that it's so cloudy, I don't want to deal with it, then this emotions will cloud your judgment also, because in the next couple of weeks it might get a little bit heavy for you to deal with the emotions. Okay, so stay grounded first of all, and go with the flow of time. Do not resist it. If you have something to say to someone, say it out. It is the time. Nobody will punish you, because you have the right to speak what you have in mind. Okay, and what other people hear is their perspective of you, and if they are meant to stay in your life, they will stay even after that. Just speak your heart out. Don't keep everything to yourself. Okay, so keep that, let go of that stagnant water, as in emotion inside of you, and cleanse yourself, cleanse your heart, cleanse your emotional body. Okay, so you can make space for love, make space for compassion, not fears. Okay, so let's find out what your tarot cards are, and I will shuffle some cards for you from this tarot deck. Okay, so we have 3 cards for you, and the very first card is Ten of Water, which is great. See, if you work through your fears, there is happiness. See this laughing Buddha here. He's so happy. And Ten of Water is similar as the Ten of Cups in tarot, and Ten of Cups represents emotional fulfillment, emotional happiness that a person wishes in life, so maybe you are thinking about a situation, if this will work or if this will not work, but it's your fear which is not letting you to make a decision, or to think positive about your situation, whatever you are dealing with right now. So you need to be positive about your situation, because Ten of Cups is basically the best emotional satisfying life ever. You have this in the upcoming months. You deserve this, but in order to get this, You have to work through your fears. It is a task, because nothing comes for free in this universe. You have to work for it. Work hard. Work and meditate so that your faith becomes stronger than your fear. So this is your sign. Don't be in that dark zone where you think that nothing works for you, but be in the zone that you know, I have faith. Trust the God that everything happens for a reason. In this time I have to learn, I have to evolve, I have to be awakened to be prepared for this thing. This is a blessing that you are that you are receiving. Okay. So I also feel that you need to work on your sacral chakra, which is the second chakra, so that if there is any blockage in your sacral chakra, you'll be able to overcome it, because that deals with that chakra has the element water, and water represents emotion. So it will be very beneficial for you to overcome any kind of obsession, addiction, attachment, unhealthy attachment with anything, anyone, any sort of attachment, because that attachment can, make things worse for you and can become a hindrance in your 10 of cups energy. This is amazing, guys. Like, I cannot even tell you how happy I am to see, because I was a little worried when I saw the work through your fears card, and I was thinking what would the cards be, what you have to do, but you really have to work on yourself, and then reward is just around the corner. Okay, so you need to make space for beautiful, as I was saying, I already said that you need to cleanse your heart and let go of all these negative emotions, because if you are keeping these emotions, there will be no place for beautiful emotions like compassion, love, sympathy, empathy. Okay, so all these beautiful emotions are about to come in your life, but you are not accepting it because you already have a thinking pattern which is becoming obstacle in your blessing. So don't do that, group 1. Okay, so let's see what's your next card. Messenger of fire. So with messenger of fire, this is a page of wands, and I see that you guys are ready to embrace this change. You guys are very passionate about, even whatever your situation is, you might feel it in your heart that yes, there's a spark. I feel it too sometimes, but this spark gets even dimmer when your fears overpower this this light within you. There is some faith with this page of fire, or messenger of fire, that there is some faith within you that yes, I can do it. Yes, there is hope, but this is getting diminished. This is getting diminished and more diminished as you think about, as you focus more on the fears. Okay, so whatever step you need to take, whatever journey that you need to take, whatever decision you need to take it now. Work on it, because this, look at these candles, and the candle represents light. It kills the darkness. Whenever a candle is lit, it burns itself to kill the darkness. So what you have to do to kill that darkness is work on yourself. When you will work on yourself, this fear, this negative energy that you have stored inside of you for so long, this will eliminate. Okay, this area is so lit up for this in this card. So, and it has candles, so you need to work on yourself. There is some aspect that you need to work, and it's all mental space. Look at this. You need to think, you need to clear your mental space as well as work on your emotions. Okay, and the next card we have Seven of Fire. See, water and fire energy is very prominent here, and Seven of Fire is similar to Seven of Wands. So normally Seven of Wands represents when a person is very defensive. The person is very rigid and holding on to its ground and fighting for what he or she believes in, like in a very competitive zone the person is actually, and he'll do anything to, defend those walls. He's the protector of his own walls, or whatever belief that he stands for. Okay, so here seven of fire, as I see in the card, as you can see here, this is a unicorn. This unicorn is about to jump off a mountain cliff or this huge mountain rock. And normally in seven of wands, the person is rigid, standing on the top of the hill, that I am here, I'm going nowhere. But this horse, this unicorn, is about to take a leap of faith, or it is about to jump. And as you can see, this card has candles, that card has fireflies. I think this is a firefly. And both of the image that I have in my mind is right now, that since this person knows that my beliefs are becoming hindrance in my 10 of cups, in my emotional fulfillment, this is something that I need to work on, and I am going to take this leap of faith. I am going to go on this spiritual quest, on this spiritual journey, because I deserve this. Look at this. Here are lotuses, okay, and this Buddha is laughing. Buddha is a sign of abundance, and the lotus is a divine symbol. Lotus represents goddess Lakshmi and also Lord Vishnu, and both of them are the sign of abundance. You deserve it, but you need to let go. You need to break these barriers, and I can feel it, I can see it already in the cards, that you are about to travel, you are about to go on that journey. And this travel does not mean literal travel, but this means you are about to do all the work for your happiness, for your own personal happiness. Because you might even in the near future come across a realization that I was the only one in my coming in the path of my happiness. So when this moment hits you, you'll automatically work through your fears. I can see it very clearly. Okay, and unicorn is a mystical symbol, because unicorn doesn't exist and it represents magic. So this is a magical moment that will happen for you, and that will create abundance, moment of extreme happiness for you. Okay, so let's see one more card. Justice. See, with the number 11 we have justice, and justice card, what I feel here is justice to all the things that have happened in the past. You might also consider that in the past you have done it all, you were all good, everything went chaotic in your life. But justice, with the justice card coming, it means that you keep on doing your good, you keep on doing your best, and now it's the time to reap all those rewards, reap what you have sown. Okay, so justice is all about the balance. And now when you are understanding your own fears that were coming in between, and because of these fears you were stopping your own happiness, you're coming into the balanced state where you are understanding and creating healthy boundaries. Because some of you might had this tendency where you didn't had any healthy boundaries, and you let people in. You thought that if I would say yes to people, then they won't be hurt. But sometimes when it's about you, your personal happiness, it's okay to say no. There is a balance that you should create between your personal happiness and the happiness of others. Maybe you are the person who just gives and gives, but when it comes to taking, you get you're not that much receptive of the giving thing. You don't receive easily. That's why I said in the beginning, sacral chakra, you need to work on that. So with the justice card, I see balance coming. The scales are being balanced. So there's a beautiful balance that is coming. Okay, so I would like to clarify this 10 of water also. Okay, so this card, Ace of Fire. See, there is a lot of fire and water energy here, so opposites attract, I finally feel here, because water and fire. And Ace of Fire is, again, as I said, this side of the card, if I see, this is, you have to work. This is the area where you need to work on. These are the problems that you need to solve. And this is a brand new beginning. And this is the Death card, as I said, the Scorpio card. This is the Ace of Fire here represents a brand new beginning, very passionate, very full of light. Abundance is here. You can see here a fairy is sitting. It is magical. And this 10 of water is that goal, that destiny, that path that you deserve. So you are heading towards this brand new beginning. You deserve this, group 1. So keep working on your soul path. Transform yourself so that the old version does not exist anymore, because what lies ahead is abundance of emotions, satisfaction, love and light. Okay, so I will pull one card from this deck here and see what extra message universe has for you, group 1. Okay, so let's see, what do we have? Okay, so we have Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous things are occurring. As I was saying, magic, miracles is about to happen for you, but you don't have to overthink about it. And don't overthink. I am saying don't overthink because that will create obstacle, because you tend to overthink in a way that you become a magnet for all these negative thoughts. So just let it go. Let the universe do its magic, because when it will appear in front of you, you will be shocked. You will be surprised in a very good way. I mean, so there is this, and Cosmic Gateway is all about the magic. You will realize yourself that everything happens for the reason, and you'll laugh in the end. I mean, literally, you'll laugh that all this, for this I was thinking something else, and universe has given me much far more better things that I had wished for myself. So be open to miracles, and miracles do exist if you believe. Maybe your belief is very small than your fear, because you think very logically sometimes, and that's why you become obstacle in that way. Okay, so this beautiful Cosmic Gateway is opening for you, and this Cosmic Gateway represents awakening, realizations, and then when you become more of a believer of good things in life, you sort of attract good things in life, because everything is in the universe. There is nothing like that. If you, like people say, the person is lucky, the person is unlucky. No, it's your thoughts that make you lucky. And if you feel that everything happens for good and everything will happen good, then you'll attract magic and miracles, and trust me, it does happens. So shift your perspective. Okay, so I'll pull one last card here, and this is Indian gods and goddesses. Let's see which god is helping you on this journey, in this situation. Okay, which god is helping group 1? Let's find. Okay, a card just fell down and I have to pick it up. So, we have two gods. We have Narad Muni, sage of gods, and Kamdeva, god of love. See, this is a love situation here, and okay, so more likely what I feel is that see, so I'll read this intuitively. I do have a book of it, but I don't feel like reading from that. I would say, like, Kamdev is the god of love, but he's also god of desire, and too much of desire can become a blockage in our life, in our relationships, and even not even in our relationships but also in our profession, in our career, or in any field. So you need to be keeping balance, because justice card came out. You need to make a balanced approach, and whatever the situation that you are inquiring about in this reading, you will become successful in that. Whether it is a relationship or any family issue, something is about to gain higher commitment, a clarity. And since this is a Scorpio energy, the card, the very first card that came out, the Scorpio rules the desire, the passion, and and since the Ace of Fire came, all these are desire, passionate energy, and it says here enhanced sexual performance. So yeah, you can just read the lines here. Ability to amuse and make people laugh. So you are embracing this powerful loving energy here. Maybe you were kind of previously creating blocks yourself, but now you are embracing this energy. You are understanding that these are also important things in life, okay, but you need to keep a balanced approach. So something regarding love is about to unfold for you in a very magical, unexpected way. So keep an open mind here and do not overthink. Let it go, let it flow. So this is your mantra, guys. Let it go, let it flow, and don't let your mind come in between, because these things are not to be understood with your mind but with your heart. Okay, so with this card, I can say is that you need that there's this sense of spirituality attached to the connection, to this connection that you're asking about, or maybe you are becoming aware of this divine wisdom, because it says here knowledge of the Vedic literature. So I would interpret it for your situation as in, since this awakening is happening for you, you will be open to receiving divine wisdom. And when a person gets these realizations, it is obvious that there'll be addition to your knowledge, to your understanding, to your perception of seeing things. Okay, so with this Narad Muni and this whole universe around him, I feel that you will personally, you'll feel that this is divine. First of all, things that you didn't believed will become suddenly so obvious and so like in 3D, that you used to believe in mind that okay, these things used to exist in movies, they used to exist in stories, but now it is happening for me. How can this be possible? So I kind of get this vibe here with Narad Muni. And according to the Indian stories, or the movies that we used to watch about gods and goddesses, Narad Muni is a sage who used to sing. He has musical instruments in his hand, so he used to sing the names of the gods and the songs. So some of you might have habit of there's this particular song or bhajan that you might hear a lot, and you might feel at ease when you listen to that. Maybe it can be of any religion, that doesn't matter, but I'm just connecting with the energy that I feel here. You can listen to any hymns, you can listen to any Sufi song, anything, but there's this song that really keeps you sane in all the chaos. So I feel, I kind of sense that energy. So maybe that's the song where you meditate, where you dance to, and you feel that yes, I am in the moment. That's your uh, moment of meditation. So you need, if you're doing that, that's great. If you're not, then you might be thinking to do it. You might be attracted to a song that you feel really connected to, and you kind of, when you listen to that song, you feel divine. You feel that everything is at standstill and I'm here in the moment. So you need to do that, and that's when you'll get the answers. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for group number 1. And yeah, take care, group 1. Bye bye, see you later. Hello, group 2. So you have chosen this card, and let's see what's your message. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. So, as the card says, you are ending some powerful cycles. There is this shift coming where everything seems that yes, for some of you it might already started, that you feel that I somehow feel that new things are happening for me, or there is this new cycle, new pattern that has evolved. But for others of you, it is on the verge of happening. Okay, so we do have a full moon in Capricorn coming, and it's in the Cancer season in next few weeks or next few days, I think. And Capricorn is, a sign ruled by Saturn. Okay, and this card coming here represents that Saturn has made you work a lot, and you might be giving all your efforts in any situation that you were trying to give your efforts, and it's been a long time that you were doing this. So with the ending of this tough cycle, it's your also the universe is asking you to keep faith one last time, because it's your willingness to work for what you want will make you achieve your goals, will make you move forward, will give you success. Okay, and if you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this is a strong sign that you can make an exit now. If things are getting heavy on you, you need to release the burden. You need to release and let go, because when endings approach, everything seems that any aspect of your life that you choose is falling. And this is because these burdens you have been carrying for so long, you have been working on it, but now it has matured. You need to let go. Okay, so maybe a rough time, maybe you are going through a rough time, and this rough time also represents endings. Also, you need to let go of the denial. You need to face the reality and deal with it, because Capricorn, as I said, it works with the energy of Saturn, and Saturn will not let you sit in your comfort zone. Trust me, it will make you work. And until and unless Saturn works, it feeds on your work, it feeds on your effort, and it will keep on making you work and it will let you put in all your effort, but it will also strip away positivity. It will also strip away all the hope sometimes, because you might feel so hopeless, because you feel that you're working, everything is happening for everyone but not for me. So that's when the role comes in. Saturn gives you these challenges because this is the extreme test of faith. Are you really willing to do that much effort for this thing that you think that you deserve? So claim it, work for it, be hopeful, Group 2, I know it is hard, I know it's been tough and you've been doing it, but if you think that situation has matured, you need to let go. It's your decision, it's your call totally. But if you think that this is one more time that I can make my last effort, then also you can try one more time. Okay? And you need to sometimes also surrender with this card. Surrender your dreams. Maybe you think more about the future and more about the past, but you are less in the present. And we are in the present. We are never in our past, we are never in our future, we are in the present. Maybe you are not focusing more on doing your karma right now. You might be focusing on your goals. You have lots and lots of expectations. You need to surrender your expectation. Do not even think or expect anything out of what you are doing it. Set only an intention for a day. Think about, for example, I have to read 10 pages of a book today and I'll do it. That's it. But if you will think that by the end of 6 months I'll sit in an entrance test and I'll clear it, then it won't happen, because you will think of that goal but you won't do your work right now. You will keep on thinking and thinking. Set an intention. Please do not set an extreme goal, because this time it won't work for you. So you need to surrender and release control. You need to release control in a way that if you think that false, sometimes we create this false notion that I'm working hard, I'll achieve good, but nothing is happening, and you are just doing it physically, but emotionally you don't feel so that I am doing it, it will happen. So this feeling, it comes when you release control. You just are focused on your work in the present moment. Okay, so professionally I feel that there is a lot of going on for you guys. Some project may end, something new might start, and you need to find balance between your also for some of you, this is for some of you, not for everyone, that you find a balance between your personal life and professional life. Maybe it's getting too much, you're overworking and you are not giving time to your family, to yourself even. With Capricorn, as I said, Capricorn is the energy of the hard workers. This Saturn will not let you sit. So this will make you work even harder. Some of you might be even workaholics. But if you won't take care of your body, how will you work? Get out of your head first of all. Care yourself. Your opposite sign, Capricorn's opposite sign is Cancer, which is all about caring, nurturing. So embrace your opposite sign's quality a little bit. It's your life, you have to live it, in a way that when all the hard work is done, you have someone to go to. You have someone to share information, to share your wisdom, to share your knowledge, to share something. But if you'll keep on working, there'll be a time, that people will stop approaching you. And I'm not saying that this will happen or it is ought to happen, but sometimes, when people need you the most and you're not there, you might also feel it in your heart that I was not available and I was too busy. So prioritize, keep a balance. Everything can be worked out if you think from a solution oriented mind, right? So also stop fearing the worst. As I said, that if you keep on fearing that, as I said, Saturn also strips away hope. Keep a balanced approach. If fears are shadowing your mind, it's okay, accept them. Okay, this is the fear that I have, but now I have to accept that I believe in my capabilities. I know I can do it, right? So let's pull some tarot cards. I'll shuffle this deck for you and find out What is happening for group 2? What does this energy mean? Yeah, 5 of earth. Let go, let go, let go, because oh my god, group 2, you might be feeling so sad right now, so depressed, and I feel your energy. It's very hard, to feel the loss, to feel the pain, to bear the pain even of something that you have lost. There's this tough cycle which is coming, or which has come already. We'll keep this card here. So the very first card that came out is 5 of earth, which is 5 is the energy of challenges and changes, and changes through the challenges of life. You might feel that you are lost in the cold, in the dark, you are neglected, there is no hope, there is fear surrounding you, and there is no way out. But it's only your perception, it's only your way of thinking which is keeping you in the mindset of lack, which is keeping you in the mindset of fear. 5 of earth is like that energy where you feel that you have lost it all, there is no hope, there is no chance that you will even survive this. But as I said, this Saturn strips, I'm repeating it third or fourth time, Saturn has this energy that it can strip away your hope, it strips away your love and light, and you might feel like it's too dark, but you are coming out of this cycle, and universe has a entirely different plan for you. Maybe you thought that your gift might come in red colored wrapping paper, but universe is sending you in a green color wrapping paper, and you might feel, I don't want this, but it's the same thing, and it might be delivering at your doorstep, it might get delivered at your doorstep at another date, not when you expected it to be. Because with the fortune's wheel, there is this divine timing which is at its play. You need to surrender, let go, let go, let go. Surrender your goals, your dreams to the divine Lord, to divine God, any God or powerful entity that you believe in. Trust him, trust her, trust that everything will work out, because it will. There is luck coming to your side. You might not feel right now, but in next couple of months you will see, if you let go and if you enjoy yourself. Group 2, come on, enjoy yourself. Take time out, okay? Make time to have fun, even if you can party a little bit, because you will let things come to you as a magnet. Beautiful things of the universe come to you as a magnet. You might even hear some surprising news that you were not even expecting. So that's when the flow of universe comes in. Because if you keep on thinking in a fear in the mindset of fear, you won't even understand if there is something for you in front of you. You won't even recognize, because you have these blindfold of fear, of doubt inside of you, or you have this blindfold already, I think. So this universe is at its play. Universe has a script planned for you, and you might be writing your own script. I know we are the creators of our own destiny, but sometimes there is even a higher power which is working for us, that sometimes that we also don't know. It works in mysterious ways, as we know. So this fortune's wheel is turning in your favor, and don't push it. You cannot force time to come to you. You cannot stop time for you. It is coming, and it will come in its own time. trust this timing, guys. Trust it, please. Okay, so High Priestess, this card talks about the messages that universe has to give you, but these are the messages that comes through your intuition, through your psychic abilities. And I feel that group 2, you are very tuned in with all these thoughts. Maybe you have life path number 6, 9, 2, 11, 33, and it could be any sign, any life path number can be intuitive. But especially now, more than ever, universe is asking you that we are sending you messages, we are sending you guidance through your intuition, through your emotions, but you are neglecting it. Maybe you are too practical with that Capricorn energy of Saturn. It's not letting you understand the divine messages. You might even neglect your intuition. You might feel there is this feeling inside me that I have to listen to this, but you then go with your mind or what people are saying. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, because your intuition is the connection with the God or the higher realms, and you are getting the messages from them. Everything, any question that you ask when you are in the state of meditation or when you are praying, pray with not with the fear mindset, but with the mindset of love, and you will receive the messages, you will receive the signs, you will receive the symbols. Do not neglect them, group 2. This is like a big time calling for you. Do not neglect your intuition and the messages that you receive daily, but you tend to ignore them. You might be getting vivid dreams right now. Google search it, whatever your dreams are, but try to understand what is going on, why things are not working out for you. Okay, so this heavy cycle is definitely coming to end, because maybe this is the time where you need to know that your efforts, you did what you did, but now it's time to let go. Things will come out, things will come to you naturally. Okay, and with the High Priestess, understand what your intuition, your gut, your heart says. Go with your heart. This is the big message for you. And with the Magician card, I feel when you will understand this High Priestess energy, when you will get this awakening, you will understand that I can create anything in the world. I am the magician. I can do anything because you have everything. But you don't trust yourself. There is this lack of trust for yourself, within yourself, that if you will do something, you will fail again. You might think or start with you might think this and then start a project or then start a new job or something new, and this mindset is the main cause of your failure. Okay, and how will you overcome this? What's the remedy? The only remedy is meditation and path of devotion. Trust the universe. This is trusting the universe. This is trusting the universe. And this is when you trust the universe, when you know you are powerful, when you know you can do anything, you can achieve anything. You are the magnet to achieve miracles and anything that you desire, then you will become unstoppable, group 2. This is your energy, this is your potential, this is who you are becoming, and you will get into this zone in the next couple of months. Trust yourself. You are the magic creators, and some of you believe in it, that I have this thing, I have this ability to do things differently, but I don't really listen to my intuition. Okay, so trust this. Do not neglect this energy. So I'll pull 2 more cards from different decks. Okay, so where is that? Okay, yeah. So I'll pull a card from this deck. Let's see which higher power will help you in this. card is light activation. Shine your light. Your inner guidance is coming through loud and clear. Wow. I just told you this. See, universe has given you another confirmation. Because you don't trust your gut and intuition, universe is like shouting literally right now with the number 2. 2 is the number of intuition. It says your soul is enlightening. Your soul is lightening up. Okay, it's time to understand what your soul wants, not what society wants for you, not what you got when you get trapped up in other people's opinions of you. Then you might take a different decision, not that, but what your soul wants. Trust that, because your inner light is getting activated. You are going on a spiritual conquest, spiritual journey, and where this is the journey where you will achieve your goals. This is your path to success. See, shine your light. Inner guidance is coming through loud and clear. You need to listen. Once again, I'm saying, listen to your guidance that is coming from within, that universe gives you signs, symbols, synchronicities, repeating numbers. Please do not ignore them. All these things are true. There's this metaphysical world that we don't see, but if you observe, there is signs everywhere. Keep your logical mind at bay. Okay, this is the biggest hindrance that you can create for yourself, is thinking only through your logic, from your logic. Okay, so don't think more, just feel more. Feel what is happening, because you will keep on repeating the same pattern again and again if you will think the same way. It's your destiny to, go through this spiritual transformation. And how will you do it? When you listen to your heart, when you listen to the inner voice that you keep on, diminishing yourself. That is coming out so strong. Look at this white color. It is coming out so strong, and it is shouting out. It is shouting at you. Listen to me. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to, give you all what you want. But at least trust me. With the fortune's wheel, things are coming in its own pace, and you will get the guidance. Just trust yourself. Okay, with number 2. Trust, trust, and trust. I'll pull the last card from this deck. This is Indian Gods and Goddesses. Let's see which god is here to help you. What is the extra message that universe has to give to group 2? You are very powerful, group 2. I think you'll feel this. After 2 or 3 months, you will say, yes, I can feel this change. And meditate. Meditation will help you a great deal. Great deal. So 2 cards flew out as I was shuffling. So we have the Buddha. See, I was talking about meditation, and see what appeared. Meditation. And you know about Buddha. I don't feel the need to explain about Buddhism and Buddha, his enlightenment. So it's attaining nirvana. It's detachment from the worldly temptations. As I said, you listen to people more than or to the society more, or you might get tempted that you need to attract this, you need to achieve this so that I can get rich. You will get rich, you will get all the worldly thing, materialistic things, but not the way that other people get. You have a different life, you have a different soul's path. Your soul is here to guide you. You are mystical, you are magical, you are spiritual. You are about to go on that journey. So don't listen to all these people, listen to your heart. The universe is guiding you through your heart, through your soul's language, through the language of your soul. Okay, but you need to listen. See, this meditating Buddha. Some of you might have this gift of guiding others. You might also feel that, why am I the only person who guides other people, but I am not the one who is getting all the good in the world, even after guiding other people. It is your life's purpose to guide other people. It's okay. You're guiding with your own experience. You are a teacher, you are a preacher. So tune into your energies. You have enormous capabilities, group 2. Enormous capabilities. Trust me. With Buddha card coming, I am not surprised even that whatever journey you feel that from now on is about for you, you will achieve great success. You will achieve great abundance. Right? So detach, let go, and meditate. The another card is Nandi, and according to the Indian legends of Nandi, he is the carrier of Shiva. Okay, and he carries his duty of serving the divine Lord, which is who is Shiva, right? Shiv. And that's your duty now. What I feel that with this card, you have this purpose to serve others. You have this thing in you since childhood, or you might feel it already, that you need to serve others. You are the messenger of the divine, and you might also feel connection to the God in some or the other way, and you are here to do the God's work. And it can be in any profession. I'm not saying you have to be a spiritual leader to do that. In any profession you go, you will do it with devotion. You will do it as it is your dharma. Okay, you'll be self-righteous as I speak this word, because not everyone follows their dharma. Okay, but if you do it, you will be successful even more than other people. So maybe you were approaching things from a different mindset, but now you should think from a spiritual way also. You need to create balance in spirituality and practicality. So that's what Capricorn energy and this High Priestess energy and all this is, that you need to create a balance in both. Maybe you are going to way too practical, but now spirituality will rescue you. So you need, it's here, ability for ever increasing service, knowledge and understanding of one's duty. So what's your duty here in this world? How can you contribute? Think about all these questions. Then you will understand, what should I do in life? What is my purpose? So in the next upcoming months, I'm telling you, group 2, there's a major transformation that you're about to go into, and I wish you all the best. You will succeed. Okay, so make a balance between spirituality and practicality. Listen to your heart, listen to that voice within you. Meditation is must for you, and in the end it's your free will. Okay, embrace this change. I know you will, group 2. All the best. Take care. Bye bye. Hello group 3, so let's see what is your Moonology card, and it says adjustments are required. So group 3, what is troubling you? Are you overthinking about certain thing, or maybe you think that you are trying to work, or you are thinking that situation should work this way and it turns around very differently? Is it so? Maybe there is something that you are holding on to very strong. Maybe your belief, your emotional energies. There is something that you need to reevaluate. There is about something about the situation that you need to reevaluate in your life, or maybe there is sudden negativity that you need to let go, because things might have been wonderful for you, it was good, but in in coming time, or in the present situation, it might have been so that there is this sudden negativity that might have arisen in the situation, in your situation. So you need to be hopeful that all is not lost. Okay, things might have been out of balance right now, but it's about it's the creation of the new things. It's about new things. Something new is about to happen. That's why the old things doesn't work anymore. So some readjustments are required. You need to trust. If something is not working for you, group 3, you need to trust the universe. Trust that things will work out. It's not permanent. Nothing is permanent. Life is a series of happiness and sadness. We cannot have, or we cannot understand the value of happiness without sadness, right? We cannot understand the value of light without darkness. So there is this balance that you need to maintain. What I'm saying is, you might be wanting a lot and you might also get it, but when you don't get it, you fill yourself with lots of negative thoughts. Why nobody can ever be happy for rest of their life. Nobody can ever be sad for rest of their life. In happiness, you need to be thankful for the moments that you are living. Okay, but in the sadness, the moments of sadness comes in a person's life to make their to make the soul advanced, to help the soul's growth, because sadness will make you realize certain things that happiness won't. Nobody thinks a lot when you are happy. When you are sad, a person will think or do some changes here and there, make some new decisions, add some new karma, and yeah. So sadness is all about reevaluating, thinking about new things, so that new plans can be made about that situation that you are thinking about right now, as I'm saying this. So you need to do something about this situation, so that you can make it move forward. But don't overthink. Let it come to you automatically. Meditate on that if you've been overthinking. Okay, so first of all, let go of your negative thought patterns. That will help you a great deal. And let's do your tarot shuffle. I'll shuffle this deck and find out what is troubling group 3. What is happening for group 3? Okay, the very first card that came out is 8 of Earth. So we have another cards just flipped over. Okay, so we have the Moon. No wonder Moon came out, because that's your energy right now. All anxious, fearful, worrisome, no hope, nothing. Anxiety creeping in, right? There is no information, but there is some hidden things that are, universe is trying to hide from you. Some things that are being hidden from you right now. So with the 8 of Earth, you are working on something, right? You're doing it to your fullest. There is this. So with the 8 of Earth or 8 of Pentacles in the standard tarot, I feel that you are creating something, or you are learning something to create something. Like you are learning, you are you're practicing something. There is some hard work involved so that you can be a master in that particular thing. But you might be thinking that I'm overdoing this thing and I'm not getting any results. I'm just on the same phase, and you are overdoing and doing and nothing is happening, no results, nothing is happening for you. And with the moon card, it's natural to be anxious or worrisome. As I said, there is this fear, negativity that you might feel that I'm on the same phase, I cannot see any sign of growth. And why is that? Adjustments are required. As I was saying, your negative mindset, your perception of your perception or your thought pattern is creating hindrance. What is your intention every day when you start working? Why are you not progressing? Have you ever considered these questions? Have you meditated over these questions so that universe can give you answers here? I'll clarify this 5 of air, and but I have this feeling that I should see the card which is at the back of the deck. We have the tower, no wonder. See, I'll explain this tower, but let me clarify this 5 of air. So, okay, see, you have the card of happiness, fulfillment. And why this card is coming with the 5 of air? 5 of air is 5 of swords, and 5 of swords is normally where we tend to encounter such people, where we enter into this heated arguments where there is no compromise, right? And something has happened related to that, which has made this tower moment to come. Because tower card is like when situation or something was not built on a solid ground, it has to fall down. It was not made stable, it was on the false ground. And things that are on false ground, with the when the time comes, they fall down, it crumbles, right? And it crumbles because you need to rebuild this, make this foundation strong, start something over again, something that you need to start over, right? So what I feel is that this conflict might have occurred in your life, where you find out a motive of a person. Maybe some things were said that were not meant to be said, and then you felt that I was thinking entirely different about this situation and something else came out. But at least now you know the right intentions, right? Or now you know that what can be done. Maybe you need to speak your heart out about something, or the conflict happened already in for some of you, but there is this agreement that I can see here with the 10 of water, because this represents emotional fulfillment. And after this, and this clarified by 5 of air clarified by 10 of water means that when this tower moment comes, when this conflict arises, when this disagreement comes, it's not important to win always, it's important to come to a common ground, right? Where it is normal. You may be working in an environment where two conflicting ideas meet, and you've been adjusting with all these ideas, but now it's time to create a common ground. They can be people who have different ways of thinking, but arguing every time on that will not help you anywhere. You need to make some adjustments with that. So make this an opportunity, create it as an opportunity for you, and agree. And even if you don't want to agree, make it in a, or create this thing in a way that it becomes an opportunity for you regarding your situation. Because I see that Tower card is about, all about shaking the ground, like the core is being shaken up. And of course it's normal, as I said, with the Moon card, thinking about all these negative emotions. And with the Moon card, as I said, it means that some information is about to come, some hidden things are about to come or reveal to you, some hidden motives are about to reveal to you. But whatever it is, it will give you happiness, it will give you success, because Ten of Water is happiness. This is the positive card here in this whole spread of cards, right? So trust on the universe, let the things and the answers to your questions come to you naturally, because some hidden things are coming, some arguments are about to happen, or it might have happened. But trust on the universe, group 3, because yeah, let's see what the other cards are. See, 3 of Water, this means collaboration coming together, emotionally understanding each other's needs. So yeah, you might be agreeing, there is this agreement that is about to happen with this Tower card and this conflict card, this disagreement. You'll understand the higher lesson here, that it's not always about fighting, it's not always about disagreeing, it's about understanding what our needs are and then working towards that to create a better life for us. That's the adjustment you need to make. And in the coming few days, it can also be that you might be indecisive about what should I do, what should I do now. But it's okay, you can take your own sweet time. Delaying something is also a decision to make, right? Delaying is also a decision, procrastination is also a decision. So it's okay, you don't have to hurry in making a decision. Let the information come to you, right? And if you think that you have enough information, you can then make a decision. I see some sort of delay coming, and that's okay. With the 3 coming, 3, I think 3 has come, 3, I think it's twice, 3, and your group number is also 3, so 333. Trust the universe, group 3. Trust that everything will work out in your favor. And 3 of Earth is again coming together, working together. You have certain talent, the other person has certain skills or talent, and when these different talents come together, a new thing is created, which is extraordinary. So I see collaboration, I see compromises, I see that you will understand that if I let go my ego and the other person let go of his ego, then you can create wonderful things together. And with the 10 of Cups, 10 of Water, you will do it. This is abundance coming your way. So with all these chaotic energy coming in your life, all this chaos will lead you to the calm. This chaos is the only way to the calm, if I can say that for you. Okay? So be compassionate, trust the universe, come together with people, collaborate, right? So I'll pull one card from this deck and let's see which higher power is helping you in this. Group 3. So let's see what we have. Higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required for further progress. It makes sense here actually, because it says higher learning, and with the higher learning you need to let go of your ego, you need to let go of your boundaries that you have created, the walls that you have created, because these are the only reason that is coming, that this is the only reason that is hindering your success, your happiness. Because when we become so stubborn in our own beliefs, we don't accept, or it's not even about accepting, we don't even listen to what the other people has to say, the other person has to say. What if the advice, if we hear, or if not even advice but a message that other person has to say, maybe the answer that you want, maybe the decision that you need to make, that is the information that you've been hearing for so long, but you were not listening actually. So just sit, listen to the other person. That's your higher learning. You are the person who loves to collaborate, who is very social, who loves to, maybe not every one of you can be social, but yeah, some of you, most of you, few of you, right? So this is your experience that universe is giving. You need to, there's this inner work that you need to do for further progress. As the card says, more inner study is required. As I said, adjustments are required. Your very first card said adjustments are required because progress is not happening, but you need to do this inner study so that you can progress, and progress is there for you. Okay, I'll pull one more card from this deck and see which god is helping you, group 3, on your journey and your progress. Oh wow, see, this card came out, Ganesh, Lord Ganesh, and everybody knows. And if you don't know, let me tell you, Lord Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. He is the bringer of abundance. He is all beautiful, prosperous things in the universe. See, it also reads here, remover of obstacles. So it's clearly saying, firstly, removing obstacles, peace and prosperity, physical and mental power, success in initiating new ventures, right? So maybe the thing that you are wanting to create here requires that you need to be listening to other people and understanding what they have to say, at least for once, because you might be working with a team of people, group of people, and there is a new, you might even need, you might want, or I would rather say you need help, but you don't want it. And you might be the one who loves to do things on their own, but this is not how it works every time. Everybody needs a person whom they can trust, right? Help is required, and it's okay. And Lord Ganesha is here to help you. And if you pray to this god, or if you chant his mantra, he'll definitely show you the sign. He is not only the remover of obstacle, he is also the creator of obstacle, to be honest. Because if you will not know what obstacles are and how you will work for them, how you will know that, you know, this obstacle is really a path, or is really a learning for me. Because if everything will run smooth, you will not enjoy the happiness to that extent when you will have an obstacle, and as a challenge you will face it, and then you will then you will be successful, and then you will eat the sweetest fruit of success, right? So he's not only removing obstacle, but he's also bringing an obstacle where you can trust. First of all, learn to trust yourself, learn to trust the people that you're working with, and take help. Okay, and be happy. First of all, I feel that you should smile a lot more. Maybe you have forgotten to smile, right? So yeah, as I was saying, Lord Ganesha is here to help you. He is bringing new opportunities, success, and new ventures. Just trust him, trust yourself, and if you can chant his mantra, doesn't matter what religion you are, you can just say his name. It's okay, and I'm not forcing you to do it. It's just that this energy is coming out, and this energy is about prosperity, this energy is about abundance, right? Embrace this energy. Everything is energy after all, right? And energy has no religion, no caste or creed. It is same throughout. So trust this, embrace this, and be compassionate towards people, and success will be yours. Group 3, right? So this is pretty much it, and I wish you all the best. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.